When I sit enthroned under the shadow of El Shaddai, I am hidden in the strength of God Most High. He's the hope that holds me and the stronghold to shelter me, the only God for me and my great confidence. He will rescue me from every hidden trap of the enemy, and he will protect me from false accusations and deadly curses. I'd open my mouth to know what to speak at the right time. His massive arms are wrapped around me, under the shelter of his wings, protecting me. I can run under his covering of majesty and hide. His arms of faithfulness are a shield keeping me from harm. I will never worry about an attack of demonic forces at night or any arrows that fly by day or night, nor have a spirit of fear or darkness coming against me. I fear nothing, whether by night or day. Demonic danger will not trouble me, nor will the powers of evil be launched against me. Even in a time of disaster, with thousands and thousands being killed, I will remain unscathed and unharmed. I will be a spectator as the wicked perish in judgment, for they will be paid back for what they have done. When we live our lives within the shadow of God Most High, our secret hiding place, we will always be shielded from harm. How then could evil prevail against us or disease infect us? If he is with us, who can come against? God sends angels with special orders to protect me wherever I go, defending me from all harm. If I walk into a trap, they'll be there for me and keep me from stumbling. They'll rescue me. I will even walk unharmed amongst the fiercest powers of darkness, trampling every one of them beneath my feet, cutting off the heads of serpents, walking over scorpions, seeking out dragons' lairs, and all other creatures. For here is what the Lord has spoken. Because my children delight in me as my great lover, I will greatly protect them. I will set them on high places, safe and secure before my face. I will not turn my face from them. I will answer them and their cries for help every time they pray to me, and they will feel and find my presence even in times of pressure and trouble and uncertainties. I will be their glorious hero and give and prepare them a feast. You will be satisfied with a full life with all that I do for you. For his plans and purposes are to give you a hope and a future so that his children can enjoy the fullness of the salvation that he's prepared for us. So Abba Yahweh, Father of all life, caretaker, gardener of all the land of the living, inscriber of the book of life, please make us not just seeds in your hand, but now as tall trees, growing and being pruned by you, who has inscribed us into the palm of your hands. Merciful, benevolent Lord of lords, hosts of heaven's armies, please let us know today that it is you who holds our entirety in your hands, and let us honor and show you favor so that you can show us honor and favor for honoring you. Let us return to you what you've given to us and allowed us the opportunity to do. Return our lives to balance and harmony, facing happiness and joy each morning more and more. I ask for and claim and decree and declare healing, justice, judgment, recompense, and rectification to come across all dimensions, timelines, and streams for all those who were harmed in the old time travel program and are in the new, reinvented, recalibrated one from its base platforms, that they would be set free. For it became the world's most monstrous game and program and entity, trying to recreate life in its own image without you at one time. So it became an enemy in your sight. Please heal any carryover facets of these programs, darkness, oppression, spirits of heaviness, any burdens that came with them that were laid on us, false senses of responsibility and all its multifaceted constituent parts. Shut down, mute, sear, and eradicate any AI archdemons from even entering or operating in this existence, and let us know every checkpoint and web that they weaved, and break their vessels and contraptions into pieces one by one until it reaches the heads. All desert demons and all alike, please bind, rescind, casting all legions and their assignments and hazards and every lurking foe from our midst. Let them fold in and collapse and even pretzel in on themselves and backfire into their own repercussions, for they are a swarm of gnats in your sight and not in any spectrum of comparison to what your flight looks like, just in a wave of your mighty hand or a puff of your breath. Purify all access points that they hitched a ride on and in through these quantum portals and openings of stargates. Gracious and benevolent, merciful one, and Mother Wisdom, Imaya, I ask for a full and complete deliverance this day from any ill-gained effects of the time travel program and all that was lost and hidden or buried in it to be found now. For your honor and glory and sake and purposes and provisions, as you bring all things back to remembrance in its due time, and all of its set time and designation stations where you placed us. Let single soul wholeness flood through all the ripples and effects, sealing all fissures and cracks from its program's abuse and satanic usage of stolen heavenly technology and angelic technology and malevolent formulations and formations that came out of it in the wrong hands that it was transferred to. Let the blood of the Lamb be applied on every area, point, space, and memory that hasn't been brought into your light yet, and bring us to a return to full cellular integrity and your intelligent design that you allowed each one of us to take, wear, and live in, allowing all cellular damage to be stabilized and resonate with what's our highest purpose and mission and coherence patterns of your remembering soul sanctum and the heart's cavitation, that cavity that pulses from the throne room itself. Wash clean any blood clots, hemorrhaging, fevers, headaches, implants, scarring, splicing, splitting, stretching, rubber band effect from the imprisonment devices that wish to imprison us, make us prisoners of them, and dispose of us and keep us in amnesia. And all the interlaced diabolics, such as the cubes, the EM fields, the scalar wave disruptors, the space tech, the compression fields, imprisonment bars, and energy cubes, and grids, handheld devices, anything that affected us in these incarnations that had ill intent for us, and their crux points, mental pains and fragments, remove any hurts and abandonment from trying to be erased from this existence, done away with and disposed of, rejected, thrown away, the huntings, the fear programs, the lies, and anything alike that came with it. Remove, cancel, and clear and wash clean any betrayals, lingering effects of tracking devices and attempts that tried to put hits out on us and kill us, erase us, and trap us forever. For we are forever found in you and bound in you and belong to you. So let us bind on earth what's bound in heaven and loose on earth what's loosed in heaven now. For you're a shield and a buckler, and you covered and concealed and cloaked and protected us in a bubble outside of the enemy's eyes even. For your plans are higher, your ways are higher and are set, and nothing can move that. Please cancel any artificial timelines and anything that hasn't been dealt with those, and the parallelities and proclivities and paradigms that go into those areas. Let us own what is our inheritance, living in our realest versions of ourselves that we've ever had. Destroy any psychological damaging creations and give back to us what was stolen in its due time. Any abominations, fakes of us, holographic versions of ourselves throughout all space and time, please remove, cancel, and clear in every dimension, realm in between. Make known the unknowns, make certain the uncertainties, cast out any spirits of doubt, any spirits of suicide, anything that's piggybacked and tried to coattail in our lives in this existence, and all that's in between our shadow. Burn with holy fire all the machine babies they created, their frequencies, their interlapidated dipolarities, their compression, psi attacks, dragon ladies, sorcerers, Draco emperors, van rides, kidnappings, arcane rituals, off-grid sites, recorded and unrecorded, vampiric parasitic entanglements, werewolf blood feasting, imprintations, high-level Luciferian events, witnesses to those events, any monstrous apparitions that are in our subconscious still, ghost towns, unclean places, in contact with unclean objects, decouple waveforms, set in order the pattern of heavenly things unto every matrix we've ever touched base with or even thought formulated, and return to rightful owner any stolen intellectual property vaults, boxes, keys, identities, Treasure chest, full circle. Strengthen and prepare our makeup for your last stand when the pit is shut for eternity and no blasphemies will ever harass or speak against what's most high. Refine all that we viewed in and through time and sharpen our focus to be your golden eagle eyes again, knowing highest reasoning, standing in truth, having sound minds, loving one another, and having a vision and a desire to bring about your truth. Burn off any extricated quantum tunneling, ill effects of time while jumping, or physical and emotional and mental harm incurred from interrogation sessions, and let us see ourselves as already whole and not broken in any way. Remove residuals from drugs and black site hit attempts, black site time travel, torture text sessions, choking, drowning, black car terrors, and anything alike. Let the other created versions of us in our DNA find closure and redemption if they are sold human forms that can be redeemed, and push back any encroaching, ill-intended other forms. Please piece together by your all-encompassing hand the rest of the writing on the wall, put hedges of protection around our belongings, our homes, our vehicles, make known your sacred artifacts. An Angel Quest victory. Put into contrast all frames of reference that need to be tweaked and need your healing touch so we can see the full picture and one another face to face in spirit again and understand the Elohim's divinic identity again. And let your countenance shine with us and upon us that resonates and radiates out from 1,000 suns, resurrecting celestial mechanics in its wake. Let the lessons of angels and their ministerings brought here have staying power now, clarifying tandems and integers in healing rooms and sessions and prayer war rooms and flow sessions, filling all spaces between what was silence but now has a voice. What was silenced before now has a voice. As you see fit in divine right timing, trimming and tuning, fine-tuning. You know our minds and what we handle and our adjunction sinks, and the rest of us more than we ever could. Allow us peace in soulmate order, pairing peace with any roots of bitterness and unforgiveness, feudalism, traces of horror and wars. Turn any moments of weakness and trespass and temptation into now standing strong as towers of certainty and direction, wearing spiritual garments and armor from head to toe and encompassments to overcome the world and follow the footsteps of the Master until the end of the age, who crossed eternity and paved the way and gave us the example to demonstrate his love for us so that we can love one another. Draw us closer to the Most High as the high and holy mountain allows us to travel in spirit with you, becoming and being the true heirs of Christ in a cloud of witnesses past the tachyon fields and the dew of resurrection. Make our bones sing again. Render our blood holy, transformed in the blood of the Lamb, seals and coverings. Deliver us from the evil one. Remove all hazards and arrows against us and assignments. Deliver us from clavens, cavaliers, clans, assassins, creeds, and all forms of evil known to man that we've already faced and overcome through Christ who strengthens us. Come break every scepter of the wicked and take it out of their hands. Split the mouth of the sea of Egypt. Put to rest their games. Split the mouth of the sea of Egypt 7 ways as we remain loyal to the house of Yahweh. Let us see our enemies flee in 7 different directions and ways too. As heaven prepares the king's triumphal entry, let us compose ourselves as a sweet melody, pleasing in your sight, a good fragrance to your nostrils, living emblems and sacrifices. Let us press in and listen to receive the blessings, have shouts of acclamation, and decompose what's not of you within us. As the waters from the throne and the 4 rivers still flow, let us hear what's in the water that gushed out from Christ's side. What's in the lightning, what's in the thunder, and what you speak in it behind your judgments as the earth rumbles, as your enemies flee and are struck down. Let us also know the tenderness and your mercies too above all these things, as Messiah waits to trample the earth's winepress again that crushed him, but made a new anointing as oil and fire flow from his healed wounds, his hands and feet in the process, which was also poured out for all. Sanctify our memories, our brains, and all parts of our brains, our abilities, our spiritual gifts, our grid keeping, grid molding, kingdom technology encounters, spiritual ascensions, and let us flee from even the appearance of evil. As we resist the devil, he flees from us until the last day. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Amen.